Hello and welcome. This is a brief review by Everything Dinosaur, the UK-based retailer of dinosaur and prehistoric animal themed products. The review is of the new Wild Safari Dinos Liopleurodon model, a replica of this huge marine reptile made by Safari Limited. It was Walking with Dinosaurs television series first broadcast by the BBC that brought Liopleurodon, this huge pliosaur from the mid-Jurassic, to wider public attention. In the third episode of this six-part television series, The Cruel Sea, Liopleurodon makes its dramatic entrance, snatching a careless meat-eating dinosaur from the shore. In this groundbreaking documentary series, Liopleurodon was depicted as a 25-metre-long killer, weighing 150 tonnes, heralded as the largest predator that has ever lived. It gave this prehistoric leviathan an instant fan base amongst young children interested in dinosaurs, especially boys. Claims about Liopleurodon's immense size have been played down by paleontologists, and it's not hard to see why, given the limited fossil material known. The species to which most of the Liopleurodon fossil material, including the holotype material, has been described to is Liopleurodon ferox. The holotype is the fossil specimen upon which the original scientific description is based. With Liopleurodon, the holotype consists of just a single tooth. Indeed, it is the smooth appearance of this tooth, the lack of serrations, that gives Liopleurodon its name. The name means smooth-sided tooth. A number of species of Liopleurodon have been described, but even the very largest specimens described to date don't suggest a monster over 25 metres long. Although at a respectable 10 metres, Liopleurodon was probably a top predator in the warm shallow seas of the mid-Jurassic that covered most of what was to become Europe. The Wild Safari Dinos replica of Liopleurodon. The new model of Liopleurodon from Safari of the United States is similar to an earlier model released by Procon Collector, but there are subtle differences, and the designers at Safari deserve credit for introducing such a highly detailed model of a pliosaur into their model range. Measuring a fraction under 18 centimetres long, this Safari Liopleurodon fits well into the hands of a small child, and will no doubt encourage active creative play as a result. Neither the Safari model or the model of Liopleurodon from Procon Collector are to scale. This neatly sidesteps the problem regarding the actual size of this Jurassic beastie. The Safari Liopleurodon has broad, powerful looking flippers, a deep body and a thick, strong neck. It is clear that the designers have studied the fossil record carefully before creating their replica. The head is in proportion to the rest of the body. Some fossilised specimens of Liopleurodon cranial material provide evidence of a skull nearly 3 metres long, and the jaws are well shaped. It is a little difficult to spot the external nares, the nostril, but the shape of the top of the skull gives the impression that it is there. In our model, the eye is painted red, giving our Liopleurodon a scary stare. This is bound to be a winner with young dinosaur fans. However, we can't recall any extant vertebrate with a marine habit that has red eyes. The painting is to a high standard. The designers have opted to mimic the markings on the Procon Collector model, which in turn resembles very closely the camouflage and coloration seen on the Walking with Dinosaurs Liopleurodon. The model has a pale underbelly. This then gives way to darker tones of blue on the flanks and on the top of the head, back and the top of the short tail. When asked for our impressions, team members at Everything Dinosaur drew inspiration from the colours and markings of sharks and dolphins that can be studied today. Liopleurodon would probably have been an ambush predator, perhaps charging at prey items from below with a powerful burst of speed, in a similar way to great white sharks. The pale underbelly, when seen from below, up against the sunlit surface waters, would have made Liopleurodon very hard to spot, a great assistance for an ambush hunter. The dappled markings on the flanks would have helped to break up the animal's outline as it swam just below the surface in brightly sunlit water. Again, a considerable aid to an apex predator. This is the thinking behind the coloration and markings on the first Liopleurodon replicas, and it continues to prevail. There is one subtle difference between the Procon Collector model and the new Safari Liopleurodon. Ironically, it concerns the teeth. Liopleurodon had some very large teeth in its long jaws. The largest were over twice the size of the teeth in the jaws of Tyrannosaurus rex. Much of the skull material is fragmentary, and more complete specimens are badly crushed, so the position of the largest teeth in the jaws is open to speculation. In the Procon Collector version, the largest teeth form a rosette at the tip of the jaws, as they are placed at the front of the lower and upper jaws, and the model is depicted with its mouth closed. In the Safari model, the creature is posed open-mouthed, and the largest teeth are not associated with the premaxilla or predentary, the front of the jaws. They are positioned at the front of the maxilla in the upper jaw and towards the front of the dentary, the lower jawbone. The Safari model has dentition that resembles that of a modern crocodile. In crocodiles, the large fourth tooth in the lower jaw fits into a groove in the upper jaw and is visible even when the mouth is closed. Moreover, the teeth in the lower and upper jaws are more or less aligned, so that when a crocodile closes its jaws, the teeth knit closely together, with the lower jaw fitting between the teeth of the upper jaws. In the Safari model, the teeth are not as angular or as splayed out as with early versions of this large pliosaur. Part of the attraction of this model is being able to make comparisons between it and other Liopleurodon replicas. Safari have added an intriguing and interesting new model to their Wild Safari Dinos range. It is great to see this model of a short-necked plesiosaur in the Safari range. I am sure it will prove very popular with collectors and young dinosaur fans. So, visit our online shop www.everythingdinosaur.com, where you will find for sale an extensive range of dinosaur and prehistoric animal models. Based in the United Kingdom, Everything Dinosaur is run by a team of parents, teachers and real dinosaur experts. Check out the website where you will find books, posters, clothing, games, soft toys, all with a prehistoric animal theme, and of course lots and lots of dinosaur models and replicas. Don't forget to check out our blog site, http://blog.everythingdinosaur.co.uk, where you can read articles about new discoveries, updates from museums, information on new fossil finds, just about anything and everything to do with dinosaurs and prehistoric animals. Thank you.